Welcome to Beating Cancer Daily. Beating stage 4 cancer for 30 years still takes my breath away every time I say it. I'm Saranne, founder of the ComedyCures Foundation, and I hope you'll join me for just a few minutes daily for the next 365 days so we may laugh, learn, maybe cry a little as we live our best days beating cancer daily together. So do you have a friend who is like your verbal scale? If you gain weight, she announces it or he announces it. If you lose weight, he or she announces it. Well, I definitely have a friend like that. And I have to thank my husband because he doesn't utter a word if my weight goes up or down. So I have to thank my mother-in-law for that because in that area, she trained him so well. The toilet seat, not so much, but talking about my weight, never. And that's a good thing because I have fluctuated from a size 0 to a size 8 and back again and somewhere in the middle. I mean, that's a lot of sizes to go. And that was very dependent also on the different cancer treatments that I did or the different medications that I had to take or the different vaccines that we had to get. So it's been a really interesting time, meaning that I have way too many different sizes of clothes that I have to keep track of based on what's going on medically. So I literally have things labeled by those sizes. So I feel that it's really important to have this discussion about what happens to your body when you're on different medications, especially cancer treatment. And of course, I have a joke for you because it's my favorite acronym, diet. Did I eat that? And I'll just make sure you got the brilliance of that. DIET. Did I eat that? Diet. Just in case there was noise where you are and you didn't get the full beauty of that joke. Okay. So I really wanted to learn more about what happens in your cancer treatment because no one discussed this with me. I lost, I gained, I lost, all from different situations in my cancer treatment. And it was not discussed at all. So please go talk to your doctor about a staff dietitian who's an expert in cancer treatment, if that's what you're going through right now, and really get a handle on this weight stuff, because I was ping-ponged all over the place in terms of my weight with nobody watching me, nobody guiding me on that. In terms of weight loss, which is really common. I mean, it was very common for me. That can be caused because of loss of appetite, nausea, the metallic taste in your mouth, diarrhea, vomiting, dehydration. And so if I had known that losing 3 pounds in or less than a week or losing 5% of my body weight in a year without trying, that I should definitely present and talk about weight. Now, this doesn't happen to everyone, but at least there's some guidelines presented by the American Cancer Society on what you should be watching out for. Also feeling weak and dizzy, not able to eat food, or not feeling like you can do your usual activity, not being able to drink the normal way you would drink. No, I'm not talking about alcohol. I'm just talking about regular old beverages. Just knowing those basic guidelines would have prompted me to be a much bigger advocate. I just thought, oh, you get cancer treatment and you just lose a lot of weight because that's what you see in the movies, right? Now, there are things that can actually cause you to gain weight. And I did that too. I was on certain steroids and certain drugs, and that made me really gain a lot of weight on cancer treatment and get very, very puffy. Now, what are some of those reasons according to the American Cancer Society? Your hormone levels can be swinging. You can have lymphedema, which is water retention. You can be stress eating, which can put on some pounds. And so if you gain 5 pounds or more in a week, you have, say, swollen ankles, you're feeling very, very puffy, you have shortness of breath, you're dizzy or confused. These are all signs that you should probably have someone helping you with your diet and not trying to do this alone. Now, there's something called cancer cachexia. I had never heard of it, and yet I now know in retrospect that I had that and I was actually hospitalized. So I really just wanted to talk to you about it again, just to keep you more alert so that if these things start happening to you, you can present much faster. I actually ended up on the floor of my basement. It was like that commercial, I've fallen and I can't get up. Except I didn't have that little bracelet on. I happened to have a cell phone in the basement, so I just crawled, slinking it along the floor just to grab my phone to call the last person I had spoken to and say, help me, I'm down in my basement and nobody knows that I'm here. So what happened? I was literally stripped of all my nutrients, my vitamins, my minerals by the cancer treatment that I was on. It caused me to be very weak and very fatigued. So I lost muscle and I lost fat, and I had this increase of calories that my body needed because of what was happening due to the treatments. So this is something that can happen and you could not even be aware of it. And I wasn't. So I was so depleted. I got rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. And when I was taken there, they ran a lot of tests, but they just infused me with so many vitamins and minerals because they realized that my body had triggered this condition where I just needed way more than I was eating. And I was just so depleted. So I know that this was a lot to follow quickly, but I really am just telling you, please follow up with your medical team and keep a really close eye on your weight loss and gain while you're going through cancer treatment and the beginning of your survivorship. So I have to leave you with a joke because this was a bit serious. And you know that I love to laugh even at the stressful situations in cancer treatment. That's why I started the Comedy Cures Foundation from my chemo chair. So here we go. A successful diet is mind over platter. I always repeat the jokes so you don't have to rewind. A successful diet is mind over platter. If you have a good joke about dieting or you have any tips on how you handled your weight during your cancer journey so you didn't have the swings that I have, I would love to have them to share with other people. So go to the Comedy Cures website, comedycures.org, and hit the record button or the write us button and let me know. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you loved today's episode, then tell the world. Why? Because Beating Cancer Daily and our membership circle are both a listener and donor supported experience. So the more people you tell and the more people that join us, the more robust and interesting programs our nonprofit, the Comedy Cures Foundation, can bring to you throughout the year. I really want you to go to comedycures.org. And of course, I always want you to make a donation. It's tax deductible to the extent allowed by law. But what's super exciting is not only can you laugh and explore the comedy there, you can look at our membership levels and find the one that's great for you. And if you're feeling a little bit generous, gift one to a chemo brother or sister or to a caregiver that you just want to help them improve the quality of their day. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Guess what time it is? It's time for me to read the disclaimer. Beating Cancer Daily and the membership circle are not in lieu of medical advice or treatment. They are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your healthcare team to review your best strategy. Thanks for listening.